Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Amatazar from the Chicago camp coming back at you again with another lesson entitled, She Sound Worse Than Esau. She Might Be a Tear. So the brother Arrows of Indignation 144, that's his channel. He posted a video lesson, um, and you had this Houston police officer, this female Houston police officer, who was fired after video leaks of her saying she hates black people and can't wait to arrest niggers. All right. So watching the video, right? Um, she she got strong hate for Jake, and and that's understandable too because it's part of the curses, right? So there's gonna be an evil eye, all right, towards our brother, all right. So Southern Kingdom, some Southern Kingdom brothers is gonna have an evil eye toward the Northern Kingdom brothers, and vice versa, and same thing with the women, okay. Jake women, on average, they hating on Northern Kingdom women. All right. But this woman was really going there. Nigga this, nigga that, and she was calling them chimps. And if I'm not mistaken, it sounded like she was calling them chimps. I guess that was some kind of robbery attempt. You gotta subscribe to the brother channel, watch the video. But after watching it, at first I'm like, okay, she looked like a Northern Kingdom, Hispanic bride, right? But the more I heard her talk, I'm like, man, she sound worse than Esau. She might be a tear, and that's a possibility. Okay, that is a strong possibility, and that's what this lesson is about. Because after watching her or whatever, I said, well, let me bring this out because I've done a video in the past about George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. George Zimmerman looked like Northern Kingdom, but he was actually an Edomite. Okay, so that's when you get into these what they call it phenotype. Okay, and that's why Elder Malcolm always says it's not a black thing. It's you know this is really about a seed line thing. Okay, this ain't no white thing. It ain't no black thing. It's about a heritage thing. It's about who your father is. Okay, that's what this boils down to. Who is your daddy? All right, who's your father? The most popular video that I actually have on this channel is I believe the video was called "You Are Who Your Father Is." Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I said she was a degenerate, right? When you watch that video, you just listening to a woman, don't matter what woman, just the fact that you bitch got your mouth open is so annoying to me. All right, because you should have your mouth closed. Okay, only in this kingdom that is the woman given a platform where she can show her ass the way they do. All right, you ain't never supposed to give a fool a microphone. All right, and her hatred towards Southern Kingdom Jake, hey, it's plenty of Southern Kingdom Jake that's cracking Northern Kingdom uh, women. Okay, vice and versa. All right, especially Southern Kingdom Jake. Southern Kingdom Jake is cracking the hell out of Northern Kingdom women. All right, so she ain't speaking for everybody, and that's another reason why I said that she might be a tear because if you listen to her, you think she speaking for all the Northern Kingdom women, and we know that ain't a fact. This is Sirach 25:24. It says, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad." And that's what these platforms allow these airheads to do. Have the ability to gad abroad, okay, on the internet platform, having the freedom to just say whatever the hell they want to say. All right. It's because they don't have a hedge. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead. All right, so it is part of the curses for Jake to have enmity or evil eye, okay, towards Jake. Okay, northern kingdom versus southern kingdom, southern kingdom versus northern kingdom. All right, but again, this is all spiritual, so it's not really just about your physical characteristics. Okay, we call those phenotypes. A phenotype is a set of observable characteristics or traits of an organism. It represents the physical manifestation of an individual's genetic makeup, called genotype, as it interacts with the environment. The term comes from the Greek word pheno, to appear or show, and typos, or type or mark. Key components of phenotypes are not just limited to what you can see with the naked eye. They include any measurable or detectable trait. Morphology is the physical form and structure, such as height, eye, color, and hair texture. Physiology and biochemistry is the internal functions like blood types and hormone levels or metabolic rate. So there you have on the left hand side, you have George Zimmerman, okay, who took the life of Trayvon Martin some years back. All right, on the couch here, right, you have looks like Barbara Walters' big head ass, but you have George Zimmerman's mother, who is an Asherite. Okay, she's Peruvian. She's a Northern Kingdom Israelite who married an Esau Edom. She married an Edomite. So you are who your father is. Okay, that's why George Zimmerman. You see this flag? That's his art. Okay, that's his art. All right, that he sold at auction. So his mother is Asher, his father is Esau Edom. All right. Let me see. I thought I had. Well, I thought I. Well, I guess I didn't stick it in here. Hold on. Let me put it in here. Okay. George Zimmerman's mother. Her name is Gladys Zimmerman. Nee Mesa. Okay. Is Hispanic slash Latina, specifically of Peruvian descent. She has explicitly described her family as Afro Peruvian during the 2013 trial. She emphasized this heritage, noting that her roots are not white and that her own grandfather was of African descent. All right, she was born in Peru. George Zimmerman's father, Robert Zimmerman Sr., is white and of American German descent. His background has been a point of significant media discussion due to George Zimmerman's white Hispanic identification. Key details regarding his heritage and history include it says research into the family's lineage indicates Robert Zimmerman Sr.'s ancestors were non-Jewish German Lutherans from Bavaria. All right, so there you have it. This is Numbers 1 and 18. This is the instruction, all right, that the Lord gave to Moses, okay, on how to declare the nationality, okay, because these 12 tribes were individual nations. Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. Okay, you are who your father is. According to the number of the names from the 20 years old and upward by their polls, as the Lord Yahweh commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. So the Lord gave a commandment to Moses on how to determine the pedigree, okay? The nationality, the lineage, by the house of their fathers. All right. And so our Lord Yahushua, he spoke about this as well in the Gospels. He talked about the wheat and the tares. Okay. And we're going to see what the wheat and the tares are. This is Matthew 13, starting at verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? And he said unto them, An enemy have done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. This is Matthew 13 and 36. Then Yahushua sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. Okay? And that devil is Diabolos. Okay? It goes into an accuser. Okay? The enemy of the Lord. It says, The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of the world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. All right, so the Lord is telling you who the tares are. All right, the tares are the children of the wicked. Okay, and that wicked is Esau, Edom. This is Malachi 1 and 4. It says, Whereas Edom saith that we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. This is Obadiah 1 and 6. All right, and verse 6 and verse 10. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right, and then closing, this is one of my favorite scriptures, Ezekiel 35th chapter, starting at verse 1. It says, Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay the cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. So we don't know for sure whether or not uh, this woman, okay, who was terminated, all right, for being stupid, all right, from the Houston Police Department, okay, for saying she hates blacks, all right, and she can't wait to arrest niggers. All right, we don't know whether or not she actually Northern Kingdom or not, but I sure tell you what, okay, she sound worse than Esau. She might be a tear. I pray that this lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom.